What's happening? Landlord from Alabama here, back with another video. And today, man, we finna talk about your quarterback, young Dak Prescott. You already heard the news, the Dak attack is back, and that's a fact. So you know we gotta talk about that. Let's go. Hey, Mike McCarthy just dropped a bomb on us, man. He just said that Dak Prescott will be incorporated more in the running game and more of these moving type pockets, bootlegs, rollouts. That's big news coming out of Dallas, man. To me, that's a prime indication that young Dak is back 100% healthy. And this is really exciting, man. I can't lie. The threat of Dak running, it brings a whole different dynamic to this team and this offense. Granted, it is a little risky, but you do have to keep that in the back of your mind as a defense. It does have some of these defensive coordinators shaking in their boots. See, that's one of the things that made rookie Dak in 2016 such a dangerous player. With the threat of him and Zeke Elliott running them zone type schemes, that put them defensive ends in between a rock and a hard place. That put a lot of stress on these defensive ends because they basically in a lose-lose situation. You run after the quarterback, you wrong. You run after the running back, you wrong. So it was just basically a great strategy for offense. But back then in 2016, when Dak was a big-time running threat, his passing game wasn't as developed as it is today. To me, Dak is a much better quarterback than he was back in those years, even from 2020 to now. I feel like Dak has elevated and became such a much better quarterback. And with that being said, we really haven't seen the true combination of Dak being a top 10 type passing quarterback and mixed with a dangerous type running threat. That could be insane. That could take this team and this offense to another level, reaching new heights to a new stratosphere. In my opinion, man, we already got a decent amount of weapons. If you add those type of threats to young Dak running and passing, I believe that could be a monster type offense for the Dallas Cowboys. I believe the year that he got hurt in 2020, that was gonna be the closest we was gonna see to him being a great passer and a great runner at the same time. So, you know, unfortunately, he had the fractured ankle, and that put all of that to a halt. And then last year, he was coming fresh off it, and he had a calf injury, and he had a shoulder injury. So all of those things kind of derailed Dak into becoming that type of player. Now, don't get outrageous. Don't get manic. Dak is not Lamar Jackson, but he is a dangerous runner. He got decent speed and he got great vision, so that could be a dangerous combination for any type of defense going up against him. He runs with power. He runs with bad intentions. He woke up and chose violence. We seen what he did to Josh Norman. He gave him a stiff arm and really just put him on blast and showed him that he wasn't built like that. He wasn't ready to take on young Dak. But throughout his career as a runner, out of 307 attempts, Dak had 1,445 yards with 4.7 yards a carry and 25 touchdowns. Now, those are much better than average numbers. Dak is a very dangerous quarterback in the running game, and we really do need to utilize this more as an offense. Mr. Kelly Moore, you know, the young Dak, the reckless Dak, flipping over people in Arizona and bowling over people through Seattle in the playoff game. That's the Dak that we know and love. That's the Dak that won most of us over. And we know he's too aggressive at times, so sometimes he might need to settle down a little bit, but sometimes you might need that in a game. Some moments in the game, you need Dak to go ahead and put it on the line and get us over the top. And I know he's super important to the team. We don't want to risk him too much, but I think overall, if we can get him to do it in the critical situations, if we can do it at the right time in the right moments of these games, we can get the most out of it with very little risk. Not saying that he can turn into a Cam Newton or somebody like that, power running quarterback scheme, but if you do it the right way, I believe this could be big time. This could pay off tremendously for this offense. But that's all I got for you today, man. Just holla at your boy, Landlord from Alabama, with the same handle on all social media. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.